What's good? Happy Labor Day, y'all. Yeah, if you at work right now, I hope you knock some shit over. Yeah, Halfcast 122, episode 122. Let's do it. Uh, Shout out to my people, Shorty. Happy birthday, family. Enjoy. Dope. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. So I want to take this time to say R.I.P. Michael Kenneth Williams. I didn't believe it when it came across Daily Beast that he passed away, and that is very unfortunate because peep game. So I seen him on The Wire. And I was like, wow. And then come to realize that his character in The Wire was actually a real person. That actually those stories are really loosely based around the lives of real events and real people that happen on The Wire. Then after that, this is biggest work. I'm like, well, damn, I'm done with The Wire. So what's next? Boardwalk Empire. I'm like, oh, he's on Boardwalk Empire. Telling my dude, like, oh, this guy's in everything, man. Know what I mean? Then yeah, he was in that weird H.P. Lovecraft, which was good. He won some awards for that. He has 111 IMDb credits and like 16 awards for various different awards, different platforms that they associations that they give awards for. But I had to dig deep because that was him on the movie, on the sequel to Belly 2, Billionaire Boys Club, where Game played the lead. And let's be honest, that he should have played the lead in that movie because the game single-handedly drugged that movie like it. First off, it's hard to follow. It's hard to follow the original Belly movie. It's hard to follow that. But as a sequel, it did piss poorly. And I think Michael K. Williams would have did a way better job as the leading actor in that film than the game. Yeah, and they had a nerve to have the fine shorty from Coming to America, Cherie Headley was in there, and they still couldn't salvage that movie. So when you look his credit up on IMDb, I'm celebrating his successes, not his passing away. I mean, but when you look up, it says credit only. So I had to ask, like, yo, so what does credit only mean? I don't know nothing about acting. It means that the movie sucked so bad that regardless if you gave him credit for it or not, he wasn't wanting to get notoriety. He wasn't going to get mad if you passed him in the streets and everybody said, hey, you're that guy from Belly 2. No. You're not going to sweep it under the rug, but if you don't see it, that's okay also. Yeah, the story said they found drug paraphernalia in his home, which is always, and he was working on another project coming up, so I'm dealing with George Foreman. It's sad to see somebody that after all that time in, he was really he had time in. Like, it's amazing how you see these actors that how the circle is so small still, and the circle is still so small that he had all that time in, and he was really just starting to get the gigs that you remember him from, like The Wire and Boardwalk Empire. Yeah. Also another comedian passed away from cocaine laced fentanyl. Man, like, wow. And it's the things that you hate to hear. People that's like that after you see them work hard, they've been taking the not so notarized gigs, and they've been grinding and they get to the top only to be knocked off by a substance. Like, yeah, what was this comedian Fuquan Johnson, who also wrote for TV's Comedy Parlor Live, is dead at 43 from what TMZ reported, and a suspected unintentional drug overdose of cocaine, a fentanyl-laced cocaine, which is, I would suppose that that has to be like a speedball. It has to be the equivalent of it. And I'm not here to try to figure it out. It's horrible to, it's just, the point is that we're losing our talented artists a little bit too quickly over something when you finally get there, and that's what takes you out. So, yeah. And this was crazy because they said 2 other people died with him, probably overdosed as well. Wow. So, yeah, my condolences out to Michael K. Williams, his family, and Fuquan Johnson also. Man, like, yeah, it's sad to see you go. I got some stories for y'all. Delete that. Yeah, that Belly 2 movie was horrible. You would think if they chipped off part of the budget that they used to make the first Belly, they could have at least, even if you don't have the you could at least like wait, maybe. I don't know. Like, okay, next up. Wow, that movie was terrible. Anti-vax mama charged with selling forged vaccination cards on Instagram. Because apparently, honestly, it sounds like she don't give a fuck about, I don't care if I'm not getting the vaccination, but that man, like, yeah, I don't get high on my own supply. I'm going to still sell you vaccination cards. Yeah, I just don't, yeah. I sell the product. I don't use it. Know what I mean? Oh shit, she is anti-vax but pro-fraud. That's what I'm talking about, sweetheart. Now, I mean, fake it till you make it. A New Jersey Instagram user, Jersey, in the building, who went by the handle at anti-vax mama. Oh my God, has been charged with selling forged COVID-19 vaccination cards for $200. How did she get caught? That's what I want to know. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office said Jasmine Clifford, 31 of Lyndhurst, New Jersey, also allegedly ordered to connect her customers to her co-conspirator. It's always because if it's 2, then everybody knows. Damn. Nadeza? What the hell? Nadeza Barkley, 27, who worked in a medical office. Oh, they were trying to start something big. And at $200 a pop? What? In a medical office in Patchogue, New York, and would add their kid with all those fake vaccine cards. How many tickets? They tracked them by the tickets the flight tickets to Hawaii. Just raised flags because they link everybody with a fake vaccination card to Hawaii trips, or DR trips for Brazilian butt lips or whatever. Yeah, and would add their name. Vaccine cards are directly linked to Brazilian butt lips and trips to Hawaii. And would add their names to the New York State vaccine database for an additional $250. This was legit. What? Additionally, 13 people were charged who purchased the fake. Hey, I didn't know they were fake. She worked for a damn doctor's office. Oh, I would fight that tooth and nail. Yeah, she worked for a fucking doctor's office. What do you want me to say? Like, yeah, I thought it was legit. 13 people were charged who purchased the fake vaccination cards and were identified as working in hospitals, nursing homes, and other frontline settings. The DA office said, yeah, they don't want to, people that didn't want to get the vaccine, so got the card, try to pass it off, say, yeah, I'm good now. Yeah. And in all, prosecutors say Clifford sold around 250 fake U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention vaccine cards through the scheme, with about 10 of her clients paying extra to Barkley to be added to the database. I would have loved, what? I'm on a database? and I got a card. Yeah, stiff arming them on my way to on that plane to Hawaii. Get off me, man. Give them to George Jefferson. The stakes are too high to tackle fake vaccination cards with whack-a-mole prosecutions, said District Attorney Cy Vance Jr. We need companies like Facebook to take action to prevent the fraud from happening on their platforms. Making, selling, and purchasing forged vaccination cards are serious crimes with serious public safety consequences. We need companies like Facebook. Basically, you people are online saying that you got them goddamn vaccination cards. You win people DMs and you think it's secret. Yeah, you win people. Yeah, you messaging people. You think it's on your page, so everybody, because it's not public, you think nobody's watching you. These things are pinging up and down all sorts of databases around the country. In a statement, Facebook Inc., which owns Instagram, said administrators have taken Clifford's page down in early August. I would have loved to see her picture. Yeah, I'm about to bring back the mugshot. Yeah, and would continue to remove this content whenever we find it. It's out there already. Once you put that idea out there, you know what I mean? Somebody's just gonna improve on it, and you're gonna see it again until we prohibit anyone from buying or selling fake or even genuine COVID-19 vaccine. What? If it's genuine, then that means you got the fucking shot, right? So what? I can only buy from you? You can only buy from one person. It's only one dealer in town. Clifford was charged with criminal possession of forged instrument, offering a false instrument, and for filing and conspiracy. Barkley was charged with offering a false instrument for filing a conspiracy. The 13 others, I thought that was a heavy charge for tampering with somebody's fucking medical records. That's some HIPAA law. Yeah, man. Next up, wow. Fake vaccination cards can track that are directly linked to Brazilian butt lifts and trips to Hawaii. That's all they want with the vaccine card. Should the minimum wage really be $26 an hour? And I would say, because I don't have any faith in humanity. Nah, it's not even that. It is that. But the thing is that when my whole idea, and I could be wrong, I don't know shit. But when you raise the wage to $26 an hour, then now all of a sudden gas is gonna be $10 a gallon. That's how they're gonna fuck around. Yeah, loaf of bread, $5. Now I mean, like, yeah, haircut, $35. Now I mean, that's what happened. Yeah, they're gonna try to fuck it some type of way. And I hope that's not the case. But if they were to make the minimum wage $26 an hour, rent be like $3,500 for a studio. Okay. $65 for a can of Infamil. Whoa. Oh, you want to talk about price gouging? That's me just doomsday thinking. But I really hope that that's not the case. If they do, this is a theory because I don't think they would ever do it. But if you would, I think it would like let it be extremely harder to get certain services like welfare and stuff like that. Minimum wage $26 an hour. I don't know. Like, then who would be on welfare? If minimum wage, you would have to have like a foot hanging off to get welfare. If the minimum wage was $26 an hour, that's what I would be looking at. Or if like, yeah, shit, man. What, who the hell? How? I don't know. If you would they make it to $26 an hour is still like lower class, middle class? I don't know. It's interesting. The federal minimum wage in the U.S. has remained glued at $7.25 an hour for the last 12 years. Don't get stretched. And every year, like, prices go up on shit. Know what I mean? Like, every year. Who doesn't have their own place, rent an apartment where every year the rent goes up like $5. Every other year, $10. Know what I mean? Like, yeah, like the longest stretch without a boost since it was first adopted in 1938. Yet there's another revealing figure that underscores how the minimum wage created by Congress after the Great Depression as a way to ensure that Americans were fairly paid for their labor has failed to keep up with the times. We are worth more. Fight for 15? Yeah, that's what the even as workers have been more industrious, helping drive corporate profits, the stock market and CEO compensation to record heights, their pay has flatlined. See, they're working people half to death and they're not even getting paid properly. These successful companies are even declining when factoring in inflation. If the minimum wage had been kept pace with gains and the economy's productivity over the last 50 years, it would be nearly 26 an hour today, or more than $50,000 a year in annual income. One economist notes. Wow, that sounds right. It sounds fair. That may sound pretty crazy, but that's roughly what the minimum wage would be today if it had kept pace with productivity growth since its value peaked in 1968. Wrote Dean Baker, a senior economist at the left-leaning Center for Economic and Policy Research, in a recent blog post. Productivity, how much income someone generates in an hour of work, is critical for the economy because it helps determine a country's standard of living. Yet rising productivity is no guarantee of a healthy economy when you got the people at the top that's taking the money and filtering crumbs back down to the bottom. No, equally important is how the fruits of productivity are divided. See, I should be sitting in the chair that he was typing from. To that end, having a minimum wage track productivity growth is not a crazy idea. Now, I mean, a recent CBS News poll found that most Americans support a hike in the federal minimum wage, a view that cut across socioeconomic status. Yeah, yeah, raise, bump it. I don't know if it should be 26. I don't know. Maybe it should just, yeah, make it 26 all across the board. Shit. I mean, I'll take it. I wouldn't turn it down. I wouldn't turn it down. Next story. Holy smokes. So I got problems, yo. Everybody does. But I can't stand. I'm so sick with it. I came back from the store and I how long does a normal store transaction take? Because I'm like, oh, why are these people all in fucking line? I hate waiting in the line because I for people that know me, I used to be a cashier. I was a damn good cashier. What authorities reportedly say is that the woman got into a fight. Deputies reported the scene at the 2000 block of Hastings Street at about 11 a.m. to find one of them, Dickens, suffering from multiple stab wounds, according to the officials. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, that's bad. It's horrible. First responders took to a hospital where staffers pronounced her dead. Wow. Locals say you put Asper cream on your elbow to like between stabbings. Locals say the murder was shocking, at least because the victim and suspect are older women. I'm shocked because it's four old ladies that live there. This how the Golden Girls really ended. they all outlived all their husbands and they put them all in that house together, old and ornery. There could be only one. And I think Rose would be the one that came out on top. Like, well, yeah. Orient Dana Lee Oriental to WKMG. Like, what could y'all possibly be arguing about? What were they arguing about? I left my pantyhose on the goddamn shower, on the shower rod, and I came home and Suzanne was wearing them. And then she said they weren't hers. And I forgot that Oriental said she was visiting her mother. Said she would not have believed it if someone had told her about it. It's just four old ladies. No, it's four old battle hardened hags. But I'm sorry. The whole neighborhood is just quiet, she said. Even with the traffic, you would never expect news like that. Just sad that somebody lost their life probably over a silly argument. You thought it was silly. Disrespect in the house. And yeah, don't take that. Said a local woman. Yeah, you put your teeth in my effort in, and you think that I'm just gonna walk away? No. Said a local woman identified as Christy. Atterbury remains at the Orange County Jail on morning what for a count of first degree murder with a weapon. Records show the local public defender's office represents her. No court date is scheduled, and she's a gangster because she got her hair is dyed orange. Yeah, yeah. Grandma's hair is dyed orange, and it's in a bun like she came. Yeah, and she had it. Yeah, she had it like she knew it was going. Yeah, take your teeth out my mouth, Suzanne. Before I take your teeth out my mouth before I knock them out. Holy smokes! How we doing on time here? 23 minutes. Yeah. So the first thing I do now is make sure I get the audio. Get the audio. Always get the audio. I can do without the video. I don't care if the video gets screwed up. But one thing I cannot do is, oh my God, the audio. You can't just if you're making podcasts and then you're with me when you say that screw the video, audio comes first before anything. Audio. Man who claimed the intruder killed his wife has now been indicted for murder. So there was a story, there was a few stories that came out not too long ago. Well, a while back that and it made me always ask the question where they'd be like, "Oh, if everybody in the house is dead, why are you the only one that's still alive?" Right? Yeah, it was an intruder. It was like two cases where a family got killed, and then I think somebody else's wife got and they're like, yeah, intruder, and they don't see signs of anybody entering the house or any signs of like somebody nothing like that. And oh, if she's dead, y'all were in the bed together and y'all were, yeah. And you put two and two together, they say I don't know, automatically look at the other spouse. So if your story isn't damn good, then you're going to be on the first 48 really, really, really fast within 48 hours. My non-alcoholic beverage for this evening. Man who claimed the intruder killed his wife has now been indicted for murder. More than a decade after his wife's murder, the criminal case against Minnesota man takes its next step. A grand jury in Ramsey County indicted Nicholas Furcus, 38, for allegedly killing Heidi Furcus, 25, and what investigators claim was a staged home invasion. Charges are first-degree murder and intentional second-degree murder. As Law and Crime previously reported, the April 25th, 2010 murder went unsolved for more than a decade. I would have been, if I'm a detective, I'm watching him. At the time, Nicholas Furcus allegedly told cops he and his wife woke up to the sound of an unknown intruder. He claimed to have grabbed a shotgun and they supposedly checked on the sound downstairs. He asserted that the intruder struggled with him over the firearm, which he said went off twice, striking Heidi Furcus in the back and Nicholas Furcus in the leg. But the wife was pronounced dead at the scene, and Nicholas Furcus recovered from a gunshot wound to his upper left thigh, authorities say. Medical records noted that he was hysterical throughout the exam and crying loudly. That's a goddamn act. According to a probable cause statement from May of this year, he was treated and released after about 3 hours. Free at last. I offered her that we could go our separate ways. She just wouldn't go. She wants to work it out. What type of woman wants to work it out? Clingy much? Jeez, I had to find a way, man. It was either me or her. The surviving, that is, I'm sorry. The surviving the surviving husband allegedly described the intruder as a black man. Really? Really? That's all you? It was a black man. That would have me really be like, you know what? Come, yeah, come. We're gonna question you a little bit closer. Come on down to the precinct. It was a black man. Nothing else. That's all you got. Both at the hospital and at the police station, Furcus filled in details from the moment he heard someone at the door to the struggle just inside the front door with the shotgun to the first and second shots that killed Heidi and wounded Nicholas. He also provided authorities a more complete profile of the intruder. Black 6162, dark hoodie drawn over his face, maybe wearing sunglasses, maybe wearing gloves. Come on. It was all a lie, officer said. Investigators long put the couple's financial situation under scrutiny. Oh, it's for the money. Nicholas Furcus said that he and Heidi were behind on their bills, that their house had been foreclosed on. Oh, and that they had to be out of the house the next day. I did this story. Damn, they finally bagged them on that? The probable cause statement reads, summarizing the defendant's interview at the police state. He said that they hadn't told any of their friends or family about the foreclosure or their need to be out of the house, of course. Yeah, it was kind of convenient that this happens the day before you got to get that day you got to get out. He said today, you know what you do? You know what you do? You take your shit. That's your woman. She watched you do all this. Y'all struggle together, and what do? You kill her? Nah, I mean, nah. You pack your shit up. You take your L, and you and your lady, you bounce back together. You find a way to bounce back together. You don't kill her, at least not right away. I would never kill my woman. Okay. The house was fully furnished and nothing was packed. See yeah, detectives know this shit like that. Stated search warrant affidavit obtained by the St. Paul Pioneer Press in a report published in 2010. Authorities say the couple's financial situation also surprised family and friends. Investigators have spoken with Heidi's family, friends, and co-workers, and not one person said that Heidi ever said anything about foreclosure, eviction, or needing a place to stay or store their belongings. He had that plan. I think he had that plan. He was just waiting for the right time. Cause if anybody would have, he had that plan. He was just waiting for the perfect time. Forensics also pointed authorities to the husband, according to the probable cause statement. Wow. Yeah, damn. Yeah, this would have put the intruder very near and probably in contact with the table. Yeah, there's no sign that anyone forced their way in. No sign of forced entry or anything. Yeah, fucking. Oh my god, piece of crap, man. You know what? They need to put him in the same cell with the woman that stabbed that lady, and see who turns into whose bitch after that. I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been a fun episode. Once again, RIP to Michael Kenneth Williams. Michael Kenneth Williams. If you fucks with the podcast, reach out on Facebook, Messenger, Avery Johnson. I have the link to my website. It's in the bio, and it's fire. I love it. Twitter, at Rise and Shine, RYEZSHYNE. Also to my webpage. Link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. And my Instagram, Taco Meat 05, TACOMEAT. Link is in the bio. Link is in the bio. Click, share with people who like the show. Click, like and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm working. Yeah, no days off. Yeah. I'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Adios.